Hello
Yeah.
and welcome to the second episode of the Stories of E-commerce with your host Wahab. This show is all about interviewing proven founders of D2C, industry experts, and gurus of the field of e-commerce to help you grow your brand as well. Uh, in today's episode, we're talking with Miss Hemapriya, who is also Dr. Hemapriya, who is the founder of the brand Little Moppets. Little Moppets is a brand that she grew right from the start in from 2015, and what has grown today to a $2 million ARR revenue with an SKU of about 200 products. She single-handedly took this product, built the brand herself in a form that she calls it as a community marketing. So that's something that we all want to hear. And through her journey, now she has basically begun three other e-commerce platforms, two other e-commerce platforms, one being Ancient Madurai, another being Soundarya as well. And she also guides other e-commerce founders to build their brand as well. So we'll just get on with the episode, and I'd like to welcome Dr. Hemapriya on the show. Hello, welcome to the show, Dr. Hemapriya. It's so good to have you here.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Wahab, for having me here. I'm so excited to be here.
Uh, Good. Hemapriya, you can start off with telling your favorite quote. That's how we begin our show. So, yeah, what is your favorite business quote that you follow?
Yeah, this is one thing that I follow, and also I tell my clients, mentees, everyone to follow. It's sales is for vanity and profit is for sanity. So, this is regarding you need to have a cash flow in your business, else, just sales will not give you the mental peace that you need.
Such a good rhyme as well that you've got with the
Yeah,
quote.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that your own quote that you follow, I
Yeah,
guess?
yeah, yeah.
Because
I've been burned very badly by cash flow, and this is something I have gone
experienced and
through.
learned
And
it yourself.
yes, yes,
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So I'll just ask you to start off with how you started Little Moppets. How did the story of Little Moppets begin?
yeah.
Where did you begin with this idea?
So my little moped was started when my daughter was just 1 month old. She was a new baby, and my mom and my mother-in-law were with me. So I had a lot of time in hand, and I didn't know what to do. So that was the time when I started answering in a lot of mom Facebook groups about how to take care of a baby, how to give food for them, and everything. So a few of members suggested that you can put this recipe as a blog. So I searched for the best name and I got the My Little Moped and I started the blog in March 2014. And for a year, it was just a blog. I was sharing a lot of traditional Indian, South Indian baby recipes. After which, a lot of moms asked me, "Why don't you prepare this and give us?" So that's when in 2015 we started our e-commerce business, My Little Moped Store, where we are selling health mixes, cookies, and all those things for kids and babies.
Good, amazing. So your brand is specifically health mixes for babies still about a certain age, correct?
The health mixes is actually for everyone. Like it's not especially for babies,
Okay,
but everyone can take it after 6 months of age. So since we
okay,
have a
okay.
lot of food charts and everything in our blog, which is curated for
Hmm.
babies who are starting solids, we thought that they can use this also.
Amazing. So you're basically, uh, ensuring that the community sort of follows and grows along
Yes,
with
yes,
your
yes,
recipe in a way.
yes.
So the minute you started the brand, how did you grow and reach or acquire the first few customers into buying your product? So what was the transition? What did you have to put in to reach the first, let's say, 1,000 customers?
So the initial customers were actually easy because there were people following my blog and they were desperately wanting the product. So the initial few hundred customers were easy, but going to the next thousand wasn't as easy as that. So I have a lot of lead magnets in place, like recipe ebooks and everything. So once a customer buys downloads the lead magnet, they get monthly food charts and they get emails in their inbox wherein we transition them from our blog to the store to get them buy the products. So the I
Mhm.
think the first 1,000 customers I would have got it only through email marketing.
Okay, so your mantra was initially to start off with the community, and
Yes,
then
yes,
you reached out with your email marketing.
yeah,
So this was easy for you because you had a set base of community, which you
yes,
said
yes,
you started off as a blog, and then you
yes,
had people read your blog. You
yes,
posted
yes,
on Facebook groups
yeah.
and things like that. So can you give it a bit more detail as to how you took up this challenge of working yourself into the community? How did that happen? Like your transition into community marketing. How did you get
Yeah.
into that?
So I didn't actually start with the concept of community marketing. It just came out organically because these moms were all new moms and they were desperate to get some helps, advice, a fellow moms, support of fellow moms. So that's what a community is, right? So it organically started out as a community by helping the other moms. Like we had a very active Facebook group and page wherein people used to come and ask questions, and it used to be so interactive. So the community marketing just went off like to help these moms resolve their problems with parenting and etc like that. And slowly now we have even a WhatsApp community with more than 50,000 people in that. So it started out as a small community and now we have a huge community of moms, moped moms we call it.
So there's 50,000 members who are actively,
Yes, yes,
one
yeah,
discussing as to how to use your product,
yeah. We
and
have
two
regional groups.
probably, right. So there are regional groups as well, and you
Yes,
you
yes.
you sort of take time to actively reply to these moms who use it, or do the moms themselves reply to each other, and how does that work over there?
So we have volunteers in each group because it's very difficult for me to go into all those groups. These volunteers are there from the start, and they are like our brand ambassadors. So
Right.
we select them based on their capacity to reply the answers and the right answers, because parenting is very difficult and also a little bit dangerous because you can't give them a wrong advice. So you need to
Correct.
have the right, you have to give the right advice. So we select few volunteers, brand ambassadors in each group, and they will guide the group and they will take over. We have Chennai, Bangalore, everywhere, like regional groups. And also we have communities wherein we are giving out every day
Mm.
food charts for babies. So every day they will get the food chart, 6 months, 7 month, 8 month. So they will
Mm.
move from 6 months to 1 year based on their baby's age. And in every group, we'll be daily sending them food charts for that day, because parents get so
Done.
confused on what to feed the baby. That is their biggest struggle. So we do that. And in those groups, we occasionally, not very regularly, monthly once or twice, we send promotional post also.
Okay, okay. So you formed this community of you found the niche that newer parents are looking to get advice on and things like that.
Yeah.
But so usually when people start with something, they'll have the market study, they'll have their competitor
Yeah.
analysis and all of that. So in 2014, because today's landscape, there are so many, baby health food
Yeah.
mixes for
Yes, yes.
infants, for toddlers, and things like that. How was it in 2014 when you started? Were there competitors? Why did people choose Little Moppets over any other competitors if there were any?
So, as far as I know, there were just one or two brands, and those were
Mm.
also brands like mine, mom founded brands, and they were also starting up. So, there weren't many choices there. So, we
Okay.
were easy to capture the market. I have not done competitor analysis, I have not done branding, nothing when I started. It just started organically. So then
Right.
after a year or so, I completely revamped my brand, like logos, colors, and everything. And then started like a proper e-commerce website. Before that, it was just
Done.
randomly something. It was not as difficult as now. Yeah.
Right, right. So when you said you could you say that you were lucky that you had an open
Yeah.
market waiting, and then
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
it was the right time, right moment
Right
kind of
place.
an
Yes.
entry.
Yeah.
But But to sustain for 8 years, I suppose, like you said, you had to transition from what was a regular hobby to actually building a brand.
Yes,
When you said you
yes.
built the logos,
Yeah.
you changed. What were the steps, and how did you get your mind to focus into transitioning it to a brand? How did you convince yourself to do that?
So initially, as I said, it was just a hobby, and I thought it was easy. But
Mm,
when people see that you have started something, then there will be copycats coming in, and the copycats grew multiple times after COVID. Like now is the toughest time because I have thousands and thousands of competitors. It's not just me.
mhm.
So where we stand
Correct.
out is we always stand first in helping the customer first. We don't sell our product at all. We help them first. We have around 200 to 300 queries in our Instagram daily. I have three customer agents round the clock answering it. But it's not like
Mhm.
we always promote our products. We help them first, and if they buy from us or not, it doesn't matter to us. And the biggest thing that we stand out from other brands is the recipes for all our products are available on our blog. So if they tell I can't afford your
Ah,
product, we tell them go ahead and use this recipe and do it at yourself at home. So no one else,
wow,
I can
that's
proudly say, no one else in the market has this, have the recipes in their blog. Even our best selling recipe is in the blog.
wow.
Yeah.
So you just have the recipe out in the open. Anyone can
Yes,
make it. It's
and
it's
that's why I
you
think
sort
so
of
many so many copycats are there because everybody copied
yeah.
the
I was
recipe.
just exact. So I was going to say, you just gave an open challenge out to your competitors,
Yeah,
saying that
yeah,
here's my recipe. Try doing what I do, and then I'll
yeah,
just be a step
yeah,
ahead. Because I think your customer success or your customer support program is where
yeah.
the
We stand
differential
by.
is in a way.
Yes, yeah,
Uh, so that's so good to have that kind of a customer first mindset in term,
yes,
not just customer first in terms of buying the product, but the utility of the product is where
yes,
it has
yeah,
to come. So
yeah,
I guess that's probably such an I've never heard anyone say, this is how we do things, and here
yeah.
is our recipe. You know, it's probably the first I think anyone has ever heard. In this sense. So that's just amazing. So now that you transitioned into a brand, you built your logo, you built your packaging. So as the numbers grew, you should have had some operational
Yes,
tweaks
yes,
that you had to
yes,
do because
yeah,
you started out as a small unit, and then you have to maybe manufacture in bulk, pack it.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
you have to read about what kind of packaging material I have to
Mm.
use and all of these. So how tell me about those steps or the times during that you can just put in a timeline as to how it all began. How was that journey for you?
Yeah, so until 2016, we were doing the same traffic because I didn't do Facebook ads and I was scaling properly. Then Facebook ads came in. I learned Facebook ads and I started running campaigns, and that's when we exploded. Like we scaled too fast, and that was like it was so very what to tell, very critical because I didn't have the manpower. We make all the food fresh for every order. It's not like we make in bulk and keep. So daily the order comes, we make it and then we send it to them. So in regards for the the raw material and everything, it was like I need to order a lot, I need to order packaging a lot, I need to hire more people, but I didn't have the funds for that because cash flow was a big problem. So the scaling was very difficult, and it is the teething pains actually. So but we were able to sustain. I had to get loans and everything, but still we were able to move it. And now what I have done is I don't scale fast at all. I have a every quarter I have a target where if I reach that,
Correct.
I don't scale beyond that because I have made my systems will work for only that target. So I have the employees, I have the raw materials, everything worked out only for that target. So actually
Mhm,
scaling has to be done in chunks. What people think is we need a lot
mhm,
of revenue and they start scaling fast, but that is a disaster for success because it will pull you down without funds.
mhm,
So we did have a lot of
mhm.
problems, but we were able to come through out of it.
So not just in terms of revenue scaling, you should also scale operationally as well to
Yes.
ensure that you have a
Yeah.
sustainable cash flow and through
Yes.
which you have a sustainable delivery system and
Yes.
happy
Yes.
customers, I guess.
Yes.
So you were saying you had a system in operation because I think in this point you were saying I have a system and I will not allow my system to surpass if there's more
Yes. Yes.
sales happening. I
Yeah.
just limit it to a certain point so
Yeah.
that the system doesn't fail. So
Yes.
what is the system that you follow? Like I'm pretty sure there has to be an operational chain and things like that.
Yes.
So what is
Yes.
that one system that you use in your operation, daily operations?
So one thing I would tell is it's not a very different kind of system. It's just that checking the analytics, checking what is happening inside and inside the company, and making sure every order, like the raw material order, we make sure that I don't order too much. So we order it in small chunks because it's all food, and we have like we order one order will go more than 2000 kgs and things like that. So we make sure the ordering process is correct, the raw material procurement is right, and also the packaging procurement. And the main challenge is uh, courier service, because shipping services, we had first FedEx, they went out of business. Then Blue Dart is extremely costly, and but Blue Dart has the best service. So we even tried doing Blue Dart for our entire system, but that broke down our cash flow. So then it is like a trial and error. Every quarter I do a trial and error for one system, like it will be shipping, raw material, or accounts, or marketing side, one system. So I don't know how to explain that system, but it's like it's segmented to
You run it
uh,
in a smooth way. Yeah,
yeah, raw materials, shipping, each part of the business. I can't focus on everything because I
you
don't have any other
understood.
what to tell. All are like I don't have a CEO or a CEO or anyone. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
me doing everything. We have around
You
50
handling the
employees.
entire thing.
Yes. And so to handle everything, I need to focus on my energy one at a time.
Correct, correct. So I understood the process. You're just keeping it lean. You're just keeping it up, as contained as possible,
Yeah.
and you're ensuring that the cash flow is always in the positive
Yes. Yes.
side to keep your business afloat.
Yes.
Like your quote goes,
Yeah.
sales is just vanity, and sorry, what was
Yes.
that again? The
Sales is
profit is
vanity, profit
profit.
is for
Sales is vanity,
sanity.
profit is causality. Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess that comes out of the experience of all of
Yes.
this,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
suppose. So now that you said you used FedEx and Blue Dart, I'm assuming you ship internationally as well.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Yes.
is that an assumption that?
Yes.
So how did you start exploring the international markets as because you would have started locally, you know
Yes.
most e-commerce brands, they start locally and then they
Yes. Yeah.
see the demand or build the demand and go
Yes.
international. How did
Yes.
that happen for you? What happened over there?
So internationally, we are not like when people request, we send it. So it might be just 10 or 15 orders every month. Like I have
Hmm.
explored all these years, I have explored so much internationally, but nothing just worked for us because it's a food brand and we have a short expiry of just four
Shelf life.
months shelf life. And so these two were the biggest factors that it didn't allow us to penetrate the international market as much as we wanted to do, because there are laws for
Mm-hmm.
each country that differs related to food. And so
Mm-hmm.
it was very difficult as a small company um to satisfy all those laws. So what we do is
Mm-hmm.
we just send to people who are asking for us, that's it.
Mm.
And that comes to
So
10 to
it's
15
on
orders.
request that
Yeah.
a month.
Yes.
So it's still on request that you
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah. Yeah.
ship it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that you've said you've always you intend to keep it small, you basically ensure that I don't scale beyond, I can
Yeah.
operate in a way and all
Yeah.
of that. Uh, you know, because your brand is now about what 10 years old.
Yes.
You
Yes.
must have had uh you know people and funders come and tell you
Yes.
that we'd like to
Yeah.
grow this brand
Yes.
in multi
Yeah.
levels and all of that. Yet you decided to keep it within yourself.
Yes.
Why is that calculated decision, or what is the reasoning behind that decision of not to go into funding? Because you said I wanted cash flow and things like that. There
Yes.
are reasons. There are multiple reasons. So why did you keep it, bootstrapped, if I may say?
Yeah, so in 2018 to 2020, I had a lot of people reach out. That was the funding golden time for India,
Boom.
actually, for
Yeah.
e-commerce boom. So a lot of people reached out to me. I even took ahead with a few of them. So they all wanted me to move my headquarters to Chennai and then create a unit there. And there were a lot of I mean, I've not been in business ever. Like my family is not in business. So there was not anyone to advise me like if this is good or not. But my intuition felt I don't want to go with them. I want to keep the brand to myself. I don't want to lose the stake on my business because now I take decisions what I think is good for my business and not what
Mhm.
is good for the investors. So I don't
Mhm.
want to be like an investor's puppet and pull my brand here and there because I know it's stupid, but emotionally I'm very attached to My Little Moppet because I started it soon after my daughter
Yourself.
was born. And after I started My Little Moped and we started getting a lot of profits, my husband quit his career and started a foundation. So we are actually helping free heart surgery to children. So that is being run only by My Little Moped, and I give this to the investors, then I wouldn't have the monopoly of My Little Moped, and it would affect
Correct.
our
Correct.
family also. So I
Right,
thought,
right. So this is a
yeah.
larger cost than any of this building brand and all of that, because you
Yes,
have,
yes,
uh, I guess that it all comes back into one place of helping out toddlers, helping out kids, and helping out parents
yes,
who have
children.
them. It's
Yes,
it's just
yeah,
I think I might say, like, people say founders mindset and builder's mind. I call this a doctor's mindset, or something like that.
yeah,
Always looking after people over
yes,
the cash
yes,
and
yeah,
profit in a way. So
yeah,
yeah, that's so sane, and you have a clarity as to how you want to take your business. So it's amazing to
yeah.
hear in that sense. So I think I'll just scale back a bit, or dial back to business operations, and
Mm.
I'd like to ask you what strategies or something that you use during your business that you really think that maybe I should have taken a bit earlier, or what strategies that you took that you didn't want to take. So I want both the answers from you. Strategies that you deployed now that you wished you had
Okay,
taken a bit earlier, and
okay,
strategies that you did earlier which you wish that you didn't do at that point.
yeah. So one thing was which I wish I would have done sooner is having a clarity on what a business is and having a team in place. When I started, there wasn't a big team, and I was doing everything by myself, and I was so occupied in it. So I should have started
Mhm.
it by deploying my tasks to delegating my tasks to my team and having a system when I started itself. But that might
Mhm.
have been difficult. But if I have had it, I would have scaled more fast even before COVID, so that after COVID I would have been in a better
Mhm.
place.
Mhm.
So that
Mhm.
is one thing I wish I would have done earlier. And
Mhm.
one thing that I love. What was your other question? Sorry.
The second question is the strategy that you deployed which you wish that you hadn't taken at that point. That mistake, if I may say, that mistake in
Okay.
early parts of business that you wish that maybe I should have avoided that or something.
Okay. So I think that was I started branching out like My Little Tourist. I wanted a whole sort of suite of parenting websites, and I ventured
Mm-hmm.
into a lot of things which diluted my cash also and also my work also. So I should have concentrated only on this. I thought that was the parenting boom
Mm-hmm.
time, and I thought I need to do that. And I also initially, I not only food, I was selling accessories, baby kids accessories, clothes, and everything. I ran for 3 or 4 months, but it was a total loss, and then I had to wrap it up.
Mm-hmm. This goes to say you just want to funnel it into one
Yes,
thing.
yes,
I remember a saying that my wife keeps saying to me as well. She always says, uh, inch wide, mile deep.
Yes,
Ensure that you
yes, yes.
focus in one particular
One
business.
thing,
That's
yes.
something her father taught her. So,
Yeah,
that's something that I use in my business as well. And it's good to hear
yeah,
that from you
yeah.
through experience, you want to keep it that way
Yes,
and
yes.
go on with it. So, now that you've used this, you're digitally equipped. You have your WordPress website. I guess it's on WordPress. Your
Yes, still
WordPress
on
website.
WordPress
You
only.
have your
That is one thing I repent. I should have moved to Shopify long, long ago. Now I have tons and tons of data, and I'm so afraid to move to Shopify now.
migration is another thing that you're
Yes,
afraid.
yes,
Maybe so you are on WordPress. You are using a lot of tools. You're using a lot of I guess today there is a lot of technology, a lot of new products that support an e-commerce business, and you're constantly active on LinkedIn. You're advising other business owners
yes,
as well to
yes.
use these things. What is the tool that you would recommend people use, and what is that differential that it brought to your business? Any sort of a tool, like marketing tool or something like that, to use?
So there are multiple tools. What I would say is nowadays I feel like all the business owners, they're too surface level. They see just the sales and they see the marketing side. They don't focus on the analytics side. They don't focus on Google Analytics. They don't focus on like heat maps. I mean, heat maps is an amazing
Mm,
tool, and we can see and where our customers are dropping off, why they're not buying.
mhm, mhm,
It's excellent. What people
mhm,
now are doing is they want to run the traffic to the website and they forget that their website should convert the traffic. So it's like
mm,
if they have a good knowledge of Google Analytics and heat maps, it'll help them take informed decisions like which marketing to, which is their top
mm,
marketing
mm.
traffic generator,
Product,
and
top
focus
selling
on
product.
that.
Mhm,
Yes. Like
mhm,
for example, Instagram, I've seen some amazing patterns on many websites. One website was getting so much traffic from Reddit, but the ecom
mhm,
business
mhm.
owner was totally focusing on Instagram. She didn't even know that she was getting traffic from Reddit.
Traffic on
When
Reddit.
it's easy to monopolize also traffic from Reddit. So I think
Mm,
these
mm,
two are very important. And other than that, most of them everybody are aware of, like upsells, marketing apps,
mhm.
emails. So we
Right,
are
right.
now,
So
yeah.
you're saying, please go ahead, please.
No, no, we are now extensively using WhatsApp marketing in India because in India, WhatsApp marketing is
Hmm.
at the peak now. So we are
Correct.
using that.
So the tool that you use is probably Vati or Galabox. Which one is
Business
the
on
thing
board.
that you recommend?
Yeah,
Business on
business on
board.
board. I
Okay.
have been with them since they started. So if you want,
Right, right.
refer them to me. I will refer them to business on board.
Of
Yeah,
course. So any e-commerce owners or aspiring e-commerce owners can always
yeah,
contact him to
yeah,
get a good deal on business on boards, if I
yeah,
may say
yeah, yeah.
that. So it's a lovely way that you brought in, from what was just a community that you just started off in your free time to what is a $2 million annual recurring revenue brand.
Yes,
Uh, so so when you look back at this, how do you feel about the brand now? Like, it must give you immense pride and
yes,
joy to
yes,
see
yes.
it doing this. So when
Yeah.
you do that, how sometimes when you just sit back and relax, what does it bring to you? What does being an e-commerce founder do to you sometimes?
I am proud of myself, but like we don't actually, we are taught to be not to be too much
Yeah,
proud of ourselves. It's
happy
something,
about it. Yeah, exactly.
yes,
Yeah,
happy about it.
yeah.
So instead of feeling that, I will just feel, oh my God, the people who came after me are here and I'm still here.
Right, right,
That,
right.
but now I'm into a mentality like, okay, it's time to scale down the business because I need mental peace rather than success now. So,
So
so I'm happy
you
where
you
I am
still
now.
have the yeah,
Yeah.
good. So you still have that occasional, yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should do better. Not, it should. I don't think
Yes.
it's occasional. As founders,
Yes.
you should just basically, you're probably most likely thinking more often than not. You're thinking about the
Yeah.
others, right?
Yeah. When we go
But
to
yeah,
our,
you do
yeah, competitors'
competitors
Instagram
website.
page or somewhere, we get, okay. What I'm not doing well, I'm also doing well in Instagram, but that doesn't matter. They are doing this, they are doing that.
Much better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't
Good.
go
I
to
think
my
that's
Instagram at all.
good. I think let's just now quickly move into the rapid fire session. I think a lot of listeners must have gotten a huge takeaway. So I'm going to ask you some quick fire questions, and you can just answer it accordingly. Your favorite book that you recommend to others?
It's profit first. It taught me about cash flow, and I even now I read it multiple times.
Again, all comes back to profits and cash flow. I think for
Yes.
you, for you.
Yeah.
uh, your favorite travel destination
Munar.
close to where you are,
Yes.
and keeping it
Close to.
native.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Your one favorite business advice that you've received.
Love what you do or do what you love.
So this is the business mantra that you always
Yes.
follow,
Yes.
right? If is there something that none of us know about you that you want to tell others?
I think many of them might know I have ADHD, and that's why I've started so many businesses.
Okay, so if the next question is if you had all the time in the world and all the money in the world, if there's something else that you want to start apart from Little Moppets, what would that be, and what would the reasoning be for that?
I would want to start building beautiful Indian, South Indian, Tamil traditional houses and sell them. Design every house
Hey.
uniquely and sell them.
So as a designer or as a builder as well, so you're moving into
I'm not sure. My thing is decorate the house beautifully and sell it. Have the joy in decorating it. Even live for there for
uh
some time and then sell it.
This is I call back to her another brand called Ancient Madurai, where she
Yeah.
does do this
Yes.
as a thing. So you can visit that website as well. Uh,
Yeah.
what is your favorite productivity tool?
See, as an ADHD, productivity is nil for us. I'm doing multiple things at the same time. I've tried hundreds of productivity tools, and for me, nothing works. So right now,
Right.
I'm obsessed with Motion. It's
Uh-huh.
Motion, Motion. It's Motion app, and it's good. It's a productivity tool, and
Okay.
it's good.
So your the Motion app, I'm going to download it and see today as to
Yeah, yeah, it's good
how it will
actually.
improve my.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, Hema, thank you so much for being on the show. It was such a pleasure interacting with you. I guess I learned, I had a lot of takeaway, especially with you saying you have about 50,000 members coming into the
yeah,
community and actively involving. And then
yeah,
the biggest for me was, I think, probably learning that you're the only brand in that I've ever heard, at least, to let out their recipes out in the open. So,
yeah,
uh, so anyone who wants to visit Little Moppets, My Little Moppets, please go check them out at mylittlemoppet.com, and you can also littlemoppet.shop is also there where you can shop
yeah,
for the
yeah,
products and explore the products. Like she said, the recipes are all there. It's a community, so if you want to embrace the community, please do. And her
mm,
other brands are called Ancient Madurai and Soundarya. Soundarya is,
yeah.
I think, it's about
Wellness
soaps
brand.
and wellness
Yes.
brand. So these are the three brands, and it was such a pleasure to have you
Yeah.
on the show today, Hema. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I enjoyed it immensely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stop.